Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is Holy Bull Day. We have 12 races this afternoon. We're going to tell you where we are. We're in the new, improved Tiki area. But first, let's go to Pete with those track and weather conditions.
We had some early morning rain in South Florida, which leaves us with a good main track. We had cloudy skies all day, but the sun was out, so the main track is fast. The turf course is good. Temperatures in the low 70s. First of 12 today over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 13 three-star stone. A field of 12 and a wide open betting race. Racing at Gulfstream. On the outside, it's Twist Cat Candy who begins nicely. Darn That Parker has speed, and here's Bracket Creep in the center. These three across the course as they charge to the first turn. Tracking Stock is away well down toward the rail, and the black cap out very wide on the course there was Not Chop Liver. Also wide on the first turn was Headhunter. Taking it all in was Dependable Phil. The gray is in a good spot early, about 4 lengths off the lead ahead of Bodie Dog. Then a length and a half back to Changing Leads. Gap of another 2 to Storm Scat, the 2 at the back, Carmelo, and Word on the Street. The race into the backstretch with Darn That Parker in front now by a neck. On the outside, Twist Cat Candy second behind a 23-3 opening quarter. Tracking Stock is at the rail in between horses. It's Bracket Creep, and out widest of all, Not Chop Liver. They're followed by Dependable Phil, and on his outside goes Headhunter. He's about 4 lengths behind. Then Changing Leads, who begins to look for racing room. On the outside, and Bodie Dog passed by Storm Scat, still held up are Word on the Street and Carmelo as they swing to the far turn. Into the far turn they go. Darn That Parker and the Bug Boy have the lead through a 48.5 mile first run to Tracking Stock, who moves sharply at the rail. He's now secured racing room, and Tracking Stock will be the leader, and they get to the top of the stretch. Running on from the back and Changing Leads needs some place to go. He's in the red cap, about 6 lengths off the lead. Then Storm Scat as they run for home. The leader is still Darn That Parker. He repelled the initial challenge from Tracking Stock, who's put off the fence to try to rally home. Ducking to the inside is Storm Scat on a roll. Changing Leads on the far outside, less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Darn That Parker has the lead, but he's drifting out. That's beautiful news for Storm Scat, who's fired up toward the inside, but Changing Leads has momentum on the outside. Storm Scat, Changing Leads in time. Storm Scat second, close for third, either Darn That Parker or Dependable Phil. Tracking Stock flattened out, followed by Word on the Street in 132-2. First of the day goes to 5, Changing Leads, who gets a picture-perfect turf ride from jockey Nick Juarez and wins today for Carlo Vacarezza and owner Paul Pompa Jr. It was 3, Storm Scat, who ducked to the inside and got up for second. We had a dead heat for third. However, one of those participants, number 4, Darn That Parker, would be disqualified from third and placed 5th behind number 1, Tracking Stock. So 2, Dependable Phil, gets third outright. To the second race in the start of the early pick 4, 1 mile over the main track. Starter allowance optional claiming horses. Price tag here was $10,000. A field of 8. The favorites included the 4, Ender's Cat, and the 8, Mal Guapo. And they're off. From the rail, Jaden's Best is being ridden to get the early lead. Up on the outside, Mal Guapo has speed. Whoop-de-doo's not far away, nor is Ender's Cat, as they link up with the main course. At the back of the field is San Filippo, who's under encouragement to try to stay close, with Cheech Thunder just in front of him. So as they run out of the chute, there are 4 horses across the track. From the inside, Jaden's Best. From the far outside, Mal Guapo. Whoop-de-doo is alongside them, and in between horses is Ender's Cat. Then it's a length back to Double Whammy. He gets a good trip, so does Dizzy Gillespie. They're just off the embattled pace setters, working 5 ahead of Cheech Thunder and a length and a half to San Filippo. They make their way to the half-mile point, and there's still 4 across the course here. From the inside, Jaden's Best. From between, Whoop-de-doo. 3 wide, Ender's Cat. 4 wide, Mal Guapo. Double Whammy and Dizzy Gillespie have now creeped a bit closer, so these 6 are separated by 2 lengths, and they're 5 clear of Cheech Thunder. San Filippo is last. Around the far turn they go. Whoop-de-doo comes out of the pack to put a neck in front. Double Whammy trying to thread through traffic. He looks like he's got plenty. Mal Guapo latched on to the leader. That's all for Jaden's Best. From the back, San Filippo and Cheech Thunder. They've both had pace to chase, and they're in stride as they run past the quarter-mile pole. Mal Guapo on the outside, Whoop-de-doo on the inside. Ender's Cat is all done. Cheech Thunder warming into the task nicely. He's in the blue blinkers, 3 wide. Look out for Cheech. Here he comes now with 3/16 to go. Cheech Thunder powers to a short lead. Double Whammy shakes free at the fence. These 2 kick on from Whoop-de-doo. Final furlong, Cheech Thunder has the lead toward the inside, and Double Whammy with Whoop-de-doo. But as they come to the wire, Cheech Thunder is edging away. It's Cheech Thunder and Luis Saez to win it by a half a length. Double Whammy second, Whoop-de-doo third, then San Filippo and Mal Guapo. Pace aplenty in today's second race. That was good news for the closer, number 6, Cheech Thunder, who was allowed to settle, but he didn't get too far back, and he closed to get the victory under our leading jockey Luis Saez for trainer Antonio Sato and owner Alfonso Camarada. 7 Double Whammy was second. 2 Whoop-de-Doo, who was part of that early pace battle. He settled for third. Time for a commercial break. Still plenty of great action left. Don't go away.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. These are maiden claimers in for a price tag of $20,000. Scratch number 5, Grand Fortress. Also scratch 14, 15, and 16. Luis Castillo rides the 8, Rough Note. The favorites were the outside pair, the 12, Cabin John, and the 13, New Atlas. And they're off. Rigo was a step slow, and New Atlas bobbled badly about 2 strides out of the gate. Howdy Boy was away well toward the rail, and Montalvo wasting no time on putting him on the lead from No No Nino in second, on the outside and Cabin John from third. Cotton 2 gallops away from the gate racing in fourth, then down inside Going to the Beach is now fifth. Followed by the team of Alfredo and Courageous Dreamer. They're racing about 6 lengths off the pace setter. Then it's back to New Atlas, who recovers after a poor getaway, improving King to Fright with Rough Note down at the vents. Then it's a length back to the inside, goes Crest of Eden, and 2 lengths to the trailer. Trailer is King to Fright. They roll into the backstretch now, and up front the leader is Howdy Boy in front by a neck. On the outside, Cabin John is second, Cotton 2 third, Alfredo on a 4-wide brush down the backside with No No Nino taking in the action while racing fifth. They're followed by Going to the Beach, then New Atlas, who improves with an inside lane, 3 in front of Rough Note. Driven at the inside is Crest of Eden, getting outpaced now is Courageous Dreamer. He's plummeting to the back of the field, passed by King to Fright and Rigo as they swing around the far turn. Howdy Boy has the lead, and he has the lead by a neck over Cabin John second, No No Nino third, Cotton 2 fourth. From the outside, and Alfredo is now fifth. New Atlas trying to run on with Going to the Beach. The rest not making much ground as they run to the top of the stretch. Howdy Boy traveling just as well as anything. The whip is out, but he maintains control. On the outside, Cabin John takes another run at him. No No Nino into the clear with New Atlas on the grandstand side. In between horses, it's Going to the Beach. Final furlong, Howdy Boy surrounded now. New Atlas storming up on the outside. No No Nino tries to go with him. Going to the Beach is third. New Atlas has the lead. No No Nino is second. New Atlas overcomes the trouble at the start to win and win by 2. No No Nino second. Third was Going to the Beach, then Howdy Boy and Cotton 2 and 132 and 2. 13, New Atlas bobbled leaving the starting gate, but it didn't cost him the win as he rallies anyway under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. for trainer Mark Cassie and the Calumet Farm. A long overdue win for the son of Exchange Rate, New Atlas, in the third. 7, No No Nino second. 4, Going to the Beach ran third. To the fourth race now, the first of our graded stakes races, the Swale, a grade 3 for $200,000. 3-year-olds go 7 furlongs with a field of 6. All the money on the eye-catching maiden winner, number 6, Strike Power. And they're off in the Swale. The favorite Strike Power was well away from his outside gate, and he leads the second choice, Tricks to Do. So the 2 favorites are first and second as they exit the chute from Empire Power. Then on the outside to Piven, down at the inside goes Diamond King, and Gotta Go is last of all, but he's not far away. 5 lengths from first to last with less than 5 furlongs to go. Up front, Strike Power leads the way by a length and a quarter. Tricks to Do flanks him while second. Empire Power is third at the inside. Diamond King is now fourth. Gap of 3 to Piven, who's racing second last, and Gotta Go will have to go soon with half a mile to run. Into the far turn they go through the opening quarter in just 22 and 4. At 4 to 5, Strike Power and Luis Saez calling the shots. They lead a length and a quarter. Tricks to Do second, Empire Power third. At the inside, that's Diamond King fourth, a length and a half back to Piven fifth, and Gotta Go is still last and trying to get motivated with less than 5/16 to go. Tricks to Do is all in as Strike Power continues to roll along. At the quarter-mile pole, Strike Power has it by 2 over Diamond King second. second. Gotta Go is now running on the inside with outside running Tricks to Do, but Strike Power straightens for the drive on top by 5 lengths now. Diamond King is trying to get into second with Gotta Go toward the inside with a 16th of a mile to run. Strike Power still has the lead, and he's the real deal. Strike Power to win the Swale in just his second career outing. He won it by 3. Gotta Go second, Diamond King third. Close for fourth between Tricks to Do and Empire Power in 122 and 3. 6, Strike Power proves his maiden score was no fluke, as he's the real deal for trainer Mark Henning. He goes all the way under Luis Saez for owner and breeders Cortland Farms. It was 3, Gotta Go, who got second ahead of the 1, Diamond King, who ran third. To the 5th race now on the start of the middle pick 4 on the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 13, Chamois, a field of 12. This was a wide open betting race. And they're off. Good start for Chief Exchanger from an outside gate. From between horses, the Sun Wind has speed. Far outside, Majev wants to get position. In between horses, Tale of Fancy and Beyond Smart. Tale of Fancy had to slam on the brakes and then dropped over behind the leader, which is Chief Exchanger, as they round the first turn. Chief Exchanger and Castellano call the shots. They lead a length and a quarter. Majev is up to second. Now it's time for Beyond Smart to slam on the brakes. He's racing back fourth down at the inside and moving through his racing into second now, Tale of Fancy. From behind the speed goes the Sun Wind, then Osby, who's in the 2 path and 6 lengths off the pace. Then goes Starship Frontier. Electrifying is at the rail. Trying to get moving from the back of the field are both Fan Base and Little Baltar. Unspoken Qualities at the back, and as they run down the backstretch to the half-mile point, the leader is Chief Exchanger. Chief Exchanger to the half-mile point leads at a length and a half. Second, Tale of Fancy. Third, Majev. At the inside, the Sun Wind follows along fourth. Racing fifth and improving again is Beyond Smart. Then it's a gap of another 2 lengths back to a rallying run from Osby. He's in contention while weaving through traffic. At the inside, Electrifying with Starship Frontier. Trying to run on from the back is Little Baltar as they run to the top of the stretch. They've yet to get to Chief Exchanger, who turns first with the lead. Chief Exchanger set down for the drive. He leads by 2. The Sun Wind into the clear to try to track him down on the late run on the far outside from Little Baltar with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Chief Exchanger still has a daylight lead. Chief Exchanger by 3. Little Baltar rallying. He might get second with Osby alongside, but Chief Exchanger goes gate to wire. Little Baltar second, Osby third, and racing fourth was Beyond Smart. Number 9, Chief Exchanger got the early lead in today's 5th race and refused to yield. In fact, he never had a serious threat as he went all the way under Javier Castellano for Imaginary Stables and trainer Elizabeth Dobles. The 8-year-old veteran gets it done in race 5. 6, Little Baltar up for second ahead of the 5, Osby, who ran third. On now to race number 6 on the afternoon, Grade 3 Swedish Chant, a $100,000 guaranteed event, the 22nd running of this race. We're on the turf at 1 mile. A field of 9 signed on. The favorite was the 4, Data Dependent. And they're off in the Swedish Chant. From the center, My Favorite Gift begins the best. Up on the outside, Arabella Bella has speed, and Dina Del Sur is well away toward the inside. In between horses is Cash Out with Go Noni Go 3 wide as they hit the first turn, followed by Data Dependent and Queen's Fate. At the back of the field are Salsa Bella and The Way I Am, but they're only 6.5 lengths off the lead of My Favorite Gift. My Favorite Gift and Amisael Jaramillo carve out the numbers. They lead by a length. Go Noni Go is racing second. Arabella Bella is third. At the inside end, Dina Del Sur is a bit keen while racing fourth. Cash Out is fifth, 3 wide, and Queen's Fate. Then The Way I Am ahead of Data Dependent, and the trailer is Salsa Bella. The opening quarter mile was 24-1 as they head down the backstretch. It's My Favorite Gift with the advantage. My Favorite Gift, 3 parts of a length. Go Noni Go second, Arabella Bella third, and Dina Del Sur better handled now, fourth and down toward the rail ahead of Cash Out and Queen's Fate. Then The Way I Am, Data Dependent, still ridden quietly, second last and about 6 lengths off the lead, and the trailer remains Salsa Bella as they swing to the far turn. Half mile, 49 seconds flat as they round the far turn in the Swedish Chant. Go Noni Go, turning up the pressure on My Favorite Gift, and Dina Del Sur needs a way out. Cash Out is trying to run home with Arabella Bella, then to the outside and coming on Queen's Fate. The Way I Am is next. Data Dependent still has to go from there, is now about 7 lengths off the lead while second last, and the trailer is Salsa Bella, and the leader is My Favorite Gift. My Favorite Gift has the lead. The Way I Am into the clear and coming on with Salsa Bella. These two charge at the leader with an eighth of a mile to go. The Way I Am powers to the front. Salsa Bella late on the scene in closing ground. It's The Way I Am in front. The Way I Am, and Jose Ortiz to win it over his brother Irad Ortiz, who ran second on Salsa Bella, then Andina Del Sur in 1:36.4. Big stretch kick here from number 1, The Way I Am, who got perfect handling from Jose Ortiz, and the daughter of The Way You Are did the rest for trainer Graham Motion and an ownership group comprised of Michael Dubb, the Elkstone Group, Bethlehem Stables, and Great Point Stable. Second was number 5, Salsa Bella, to complete the Ortiz brothers exacta, ahead of 2, Andina Del Sur, who ran third. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the Rainbow Six. We had guaranteed money with Maidens on Turf right after this.
And Go Zipper is pulling away. Go Zipper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Go Zipper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 7 on the program. On the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Maidens of the special weight variety. Scratch the 13, 14, 15, and 16. We had a field of 12 here. This was another wide open betting race. And they're off. From between horses, Start With Yes gets the first call. On the outside, the gray Apatow is showing speed, and being sent along is Musical Heart. Musical Heart will land in front of Apatow as they charge to the first turn. A bit wide on that first turn was Two Step Alpha, while racing a joint third. Start With Yes is at the inside. Followed by Variant Perception, then comes Salvaducci mid-flight and 6 lengths behind. From between horses, that's March to the Arch with Big Soul Joel from the rail. Then it's a length and a half back to Love Sick Kitten, who's racing about 9 lengths off the pace. Parked on his outside is Cyber War, and then it's a gap of 2 to Space Captain and 3 more to the trailer Little Shackleford. Down the backstretch they go after the opening quarter went in 24-1. It's Musical Heart calling the shots with a length to work with. Apatow the nearest pursuer second, 2.5 clear. Variant Perception who takes over third. Outside of Start With Yes, who's back to fourth. That's all for Two Step Alpha, who's retreating. Big Soul Joel improves with a rail run. Right alongside that is March to the Arch. Salvaducci got carried wide on the corner. Slipping inside of the runners was Love Sick Kitten. He's on the move now. He's back 3 wide and 6 lengths off the lead while gaining ground. 3 in front of Cyber War, then Space Captain. Never involved Little Shackleford, and they're at the top of the stretch. Musical Heart turns first with the lead. On the outside, Variant Perception set after him second. From between horses, Apatow back to fourth. Start With Yes. There's an eighth of a mile left to go. Musical Heart and Luis Saez still have the lead. One more time for Variant Perception on the outside. Variant Perception at Musical Heart. Variant Perception in time. Musical Heart was second, 2.5 back to Love Sick Kitten third, then Apatow. Close after that involving March to the Arch and Start With Yes in 1:31.4. Exciting stretch run here with number 6, Variant Perception, getting his neck down when it matters to get the money under jockey Javier Castellano for winning trainer Chad Brown in the Clarovich Stables. Second was the 7, Musical Heart, in a great effort ahead of number 2, Love Sick Kitten. He's one for the list as he ran huge while rolling home to get third. To the 8th race now, and the start of today's late pick 5. 6.5 furlongs over the main track, Maidens of the special weight variety. Field of 11, the off-time favorite was number 1, Dream Friend. And they're off. From the rail, the favorite Dream Friend began quickly. Up on the outside, Machismo tries to go with him. These two race on as Dream Friend is sent by Johnny V to secure the lead in the rail. He leads the way to the half-mile mark. Away in second is Machismo. Out of there, third is Chaps, followed fourth by Brasstown, who improves inside of New Legend and Princess Power. Then it's a gap of 2.5 to Wisely with Elusive Hero alongside. Argonne is widest of all. Lucky Britches is next, and it's 3 to Tabia, who's last of all as they race past the half-mile mark. Opening quarter 22-2 as they swing around the far turn at even money. Dream Friend has the lead. Machismo right back at him for Jimenez second, and there goes Machismo now. Machismo with a quick blitz to take the lead. Dream Friend is back to second. On the outside, Chaps is now third. Then back to Brasstown fourth, 3 clear of New Legend, then Wisely as they run past the quarter-mile pole. 45-1 for the opening half-mile. Dream Friend has plummeted, but with the lead, Machismo, and he's looking good. Machismo off the top of the turn turn with a 6-length lead now. Chaps is second, the rest left in the wake of a big-time performance from the son of More Than Ready. Here's Machismo. Machismo exuding exactly that. Machismo and an absolute romp. He won by about 10. Up for second, Elusive Hero, close for third, involving New Legend and Chaps in 1:16-1. Survey says one more for the good guys as number 10 Machismo runs up the score in the final eighth of a mile under jockey Alvin Jimenez for trainer Anthony Cordarolo and owners Ashley Cordarolo and Reluch Racing Stable. The son of More Than Ready breaks his maiden in eye-catching fashion. Number 5 Elusive Hero was second. We had a dead heat for third between 2 and 9. To the ninth race now, start of today's late pick 4, $500,000 guaranteed on turf at 1 mile. Scratch 13, 14, and 15. A field of 12 signed on. The off-time favorite was number 9, Krampus. And they're off. From the inside, Attribute and Tipsy Kitten, the first two to begin. Cavil from the outside comes away in the top flight. Splitting horses is JS Choice, and up to challenge for the top, trying to get over his Fiora Clist in the charge to the first turn. It will be Attribute to land in front of Tipsy Kitten, and up on the outside, Cavil is now into second. Away racing in fourth is JS Choice. He's only 3 lengths off the lead. Followed out wide by Fiora Clist, and then down at the inside goes Krampus. The favorite is about 5 lengths off the lead. My Point Exactly is next with Successful Roman at the rail. In between horses, it's Convict Pike. Then it's a length and a half back to Cronin the Barbarian. He's third last. Second last is Zitman, and Convivial is last of all through the opening quarter in 23 seconds flat. Down the backstretch they go. It's Attribute and Irad Ortiz Jr. calling the shots with a length and a half advantage over Cavil in second. Tipsy Kitten is third, 3 clear of JS Choice fourth. Fiora Clist on the outside now fifth. Krampus is back to sixth. Then comes My Point Exactly. He's racing seventh. Eighth down toward the inside is Convict Pike. He's better than 7 lengths off the lead. He's a length and a half better than Cronin the Barbarian. Then comes Successful Rowan and Zitman, and Convivial is still 12th and last as they round the far turn. 47 seconds for the opening half mile. Attribute has him strung out a bit. He leads by 2. Cavil second, Tipsy Kitten third. Krampus called on in the brown cap down toward the rail. Trying to run on from the back is Cronin the Barbarian, and they've yet to get to Attribute. 3/4, 111 flat. Attribute shaking up for the drive on top by 2. Into the clear. Krampus starts to get after him now, and so does Tipsy Kitten. Attribute needs another 16th. Krampus surging on the outside. This is going to be close. Krampus at Attribute. Krampus is in time. Krampus gets up to win it over Attribute second. Tipsy Kitten third in 135 flat. 9, Krampus gets the money under jockey Jose Lescano with a good stretch kick for trainer Bill Mott and owner and breeder William Chatine. 2, Attribute looked to have it all sewed up, but just missed while second, ahead of the 1 Tipsy Kitten, who ran third. To the 10th race now, the 38th running of the Grade 3 Forward Gal Stakes. 3-year-old fillies at 7 furlongs, a field of 8. Off-time favorites included the 4, Take Charge Paula, and the 7, Miss Momentum. Racing in the Forward Gal. From the center, Take Charge Paula with a very alert beginning, and she tries to establish a clear advantage over Heaven Has My Nikki, who's out of there racing second. Up on the outside, Violent Times now takes over third, ahead of the gray My Miss Lily, who's back to fourth. Miss Momentum is fifth, then comes Sultry. The 2 at the back are Foxtrot Sally and Morning Destiny. The race down the backstretch, and up front, it's now Heaven Has My Nikki and Luis Saez, who move through inside of Take Charge Paula, and they now have the lead. Racing in third is Violent Times, Miss Momentum, and the Pink and Black Silks racing fourth and down toward the rail. Followed fifth by My Miss Lily, then Sultry and Foxtrot Sally, and Morning Destiny is still last of all as they swing around the far turn. Opening quarter was 23-1. Leisurely tempo for this caliber horses, and up front the leader still Heaven Has My Nikki. Take Charge Paula right back on her outside. These two now shoulder to shoulder. My Miss Lily, the gray, works between horses as Violent Times is a bit wide. Miss Momentum behind the top horse and 4 clear of Sultry after a 46 3/2 mile. They run to the top of the stretch. Take Charge Paula floats wide off the corner and still has the lead, but Heaven Has My Nikki battles on toward the inside second. Late run from Sultry down the stand side with Morning Destiny. Final furlong, Take Charge Paula and Paco Lopez kicking away. It's Take Charge Paula clear at the 16th pole. Take Charge Paula with the win in the Forward Gal by 3.5. Sultry second, My Miss Lily third, then Heaven Has My Nikki and Morning Destiny. Big time run today from number 4, Take Charge Paula, who floats wide off the corner but is much the best horse. Open length winner under Paco Lopez for owner Peter Deutsch and trainer Kieran McLaughlin. There was 1 Sultry who kicked on well to get second, ahead of number 8, My Miss Lily, who had to settle for third. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the Late Daily Double, all graded stakes races with the Dania Beach and the Holy Bull, right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success from the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park. Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 11, the 10th running of the Grade 3 Dania Beach on turf at 1 mile. Scratch number 3, Wildcats Legacy, a field of 9. Race time favorite, the son of Animal Kingdom, number 6, Untamed Domain.
And they're off in the Dania Beach. Beautiful start for Gadoo from the outside. From the rail, Speed Franco has chirped along to try to get the lead. These two race on. They're a length and a half better than the team of Mock Tree and Golden Dragon, with Questine Del Tiempo down toward the inside. Then back to Cometeen and the favorite Animal Domain parked on his outside. The two at the back, Channel Cat and Renaissance Frolic. Up front, Gadoo is keyed up, and he wants to lead, and he does now. Gadoo opens 3 on Speed Franco, who races in second. Mock Tree is third. Questine de Tiempo is now racing in fourth ahead of Golden Dragon and Cometeen. Then the favorite, Untamed Domain. He's third last ahead of Renaissance Frolic and the trailer, Channel Cat. Opening quarter mile, sharp, 22 and 3, rolling right along on this good turf course, and Gadoo trying to back it down now. Gadoo leads by 2 over Speed Franco, who improves in the 2-path second. Third is Mock Tree, fourth is Questine de Tiempo. Golden Dragon on the outside. Now he has the favorite bracketed in as Ortiz is between horses on Untamed Domain. Cometeen is at the rail, then Renaissance Frolic and Channel Cat as they round the far turn. The opening half mile went in 46 and 4. Fast fractions no matter how you look at it as they run with 3 furlongs to go. Gadoo still has the lead. Speed Franco right up alongside second, out of traffic and on the move. Untamed Domain is rallied into third around Mock Tree. These 3 will factor with a quarter of a mile left to go. Gadoo on the inside. Speed Franco put to pressure on the outside. These 2 off the turn, well clear of Untamed Domain, who's third with less than an eighth of a mile to go. Gadoo has the lead. Speed Franco runs at him one more time. It's Gadoo and Speed Franco. Speed Franco, Gadoo. Gadoo inside. Speed Franco on the outside. These 2, it's Speed Franco. Speed Franco put his head down right when he needed to nail Gadoo. Untamed Domain was third in 1:34 and 4.
Exciting finish to today's Dania Beach. In the end, a horse who had experience over a good turf course at Gulfstream Park gets another victory as number 1, Speed Franco, puts his neck down right when he needed to win the photo and the race under Misael Jaramillo, the trainer Gustavo Delgado, and the Grupo 7C Racing stable. To the 12th and feature race now, the 29th running of the Grade 2 Holy Bull Stakes at the main track distance of 1 mile and a 16th. This is a first finish line race. Scratch the 6 and 11, a field of 9. Off-time favorite was number 1, Enticed.
And they're off in the Holy Bull. From between horses, Master Manipulator gets the first call, and he drops over to the rail to lead the charge into the first turn. From Audible, who floats a bit wide and down at the inside, that's the race time favorite, Enticed. Enticed is in a bit tight there. He's taken back to race off the flank of Audible. As they round the first turn, the leader is Master Manipulator. Audible second, Acor on the outside third. Enticed is pocketed up fourth ahead of Free Drop Billy. Then Tiz Mischief, followed by Pony Up, who's 2 in front of Bandito. And Tip Sheet is last of all, separated by 9 lengths in the run into the backstretch. The opening quarter mile went in 23 and 2. Up the backstretch they go. Master Manipulator dogged by Longshot Acor. They're in lockstep and 2 better than Audible, who sits the trip third. From fourth and outside, it's Free Drop Billy. Enticed is now back to 5th. Racing 6th is Tiz Mischief. Pony Up is 7th. Bandito is 8th. And Tip Sheet is 9th and last as they race to the first finish line. 47 seconds for the opening half mile. And the leader is still Master Manipulator. He gets away now to lead by a length. Acor's all in. Audible on the outside. Free Drop Billy begins to move. Tiz Mischief tries to follow him. At the inside, Enticed will need a way through. Pony Up is wide on the course with Bandito, and Tip Sheet is still the trailer as they run around the far turn. Up to take the lead, it's Audible. In front by a neck, Free Drop Billy looms up alongside second. 2.5 back to Tiz Mischief, who rallies into third. Enticed is back to fourth. Back to fifth is Master Manipulator. With less than a quarter of a mile to go, they run to the first finish line. Big time confrontation. Audible on the inside turns away the challenge of Free Drop Billy, and he now has 3 on the rest of the field. Inside the final furlong, no confrontation at all. Audible kicks away. It's Audible and jockey Javier Castellano to win the Holy Bull with style. They won it by 5. Free Drop Billy well clear for second ahead of his barn buddy Tiz Mischief third. Fourth was Enticed in 141 and 4.
What a run from the son of Into Mischief. Number 4, Audible, runs up the score inside the final 16th. He's definitely on the road to the Florida Derby now. Under jockey Javier Castellano for winning trainer Todd Pletcher, the ownership group is comprised of China Horse Club International, SF Racing, and the Windstar Farm. The Romans pair ran well. Number 2, Free Drop Belly, was second ahead of the 7, Tiz Mischief, who ran third. Plenty of winners in today's Rainbow Six. That triggers a carryover into Sunday's card of more than $150,000.
And that wraps up Saturday's action. Holy Bull Day. We're right back here on Sunday. We got 12 races. Our first race post, 12 p.m. Boy, look at the new Tiki area. What a place to be. It'll be here for your enjoyment all season long. Good night and good luck.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.